we're working to claw back some time. I might not be able to come, but I might be able to send Ed.
These rows 4 and 5 are problematic.
It's been a pretty stressful couple of days. Yeah, so here we're at Valiant this morning for a UFIC conference. We've been tasked to put in a lot of lighting for the event. We've also been tasked to put in all the PA, all the backline. We'll be also operating all the lights. We'll be also operating the PA. We've got monitor engineer running monitors. Myself, I'll be running front of house. And then we've got one of our lighting guys doing all the lighting stuff. By the end of tomorrow, you know, we're hoping we're going to have all the lights on the trusses up in the air. I mean, ideally by tomorrow, we should have all the lights programmed. We should have all the line checks done. Band is coming in tomorrow at 12 to sort of do a sound check, but we're hoping by tomorrow everything is going to be in. Everything's going to be ready to go, line check, troubleshooted. Like last night, I've been prepping this job for the past 4 days, but last night it was 2, 3 a.m. in the morning and I was still prepping the job. So I think biggest challenge through, have I got everything? I was doing a mental tick box. Have I got all the lights? Have I got all the clamps, safeties? You know, have I missed out anything? Have I got all the staging, all the cables? Do I have enough cables? Have I packed in enough cables, enough spares? I was also thinking about how we're going to execute and be more efficient during our setup and during our rig up. We're still loading stuff in.
Okay.
We've got another van coming in a second with the rest of the lights and the rest of the kit. At the moment, we've got a slight issue. Our lighting engineer is not yet here. He's supposed to be here at 8. He's not yet here. He's had a few challenges, so I'm trying to see if we can navigate that. But at the moment, that's one of my biggest problems I'm trying to figure out. Every venue is different. Different entry points, different exit points, different size stage, different points of power. Every venue, every approach is always different. The methods, standard operating procedures, they are, they don't change. But what changes is how you get about the standard operating procedures. All right, guys, let's start building. The update at the moment is we've put fixtures on the front truss, all 12 of them. We've run power, we've run DMX, and as you saw earlier, I was just about to start patching the fixtures into the desk. I really should have done that yesterday, fairness, patch all the fixtures into the desk and DMX all the fixtures yesterday. But I was just so swamped with the setup and stuff, I didn't get a chance to do it. So I'm going to do it today. It's fine, we're cracking on, we're making up time as we go, so it's absolutely fine. But yeah, so far we've got the front truss in. We can't do much on the stage at the minute because there's also a lot happening on stage. We still have the center truss and the back truss to set up, put power and run DMX, and then obviously patch it in.
Looking at your stage plan and then the gap that they've left, is it enough?
We'll just have to move them in a bit, by a few centimeters, that's all. Because once the screen's on and the lights are on, you won't be able to tell that there's a few centimeters gap difference. Yeah, so it's fine. So we were just talking about fixtures, right? So these fixtures are a replica of some Equinox 260ZRs. They do exactly the same thing as the Equinox 260ZRs, which Equinox 260ZR washers are industry standard washers. These are exact replica of those, and they do exactly the same thing, but obviously for a fraction of the price to what the 260ZRs cost. But what we were just saying is, as much as from a functionality standpoint, they do the exact same thing, from a durability standpoint, there might be a few issues based on just the build quality. If not handled well, they will tend to break a lot easier than what a 260ZR will do.
Using this?
We never used to use this ever. We would just DMX all the lights and link all of them all the way, across. And that makes life difficult because I want you to imagine once you get to the end of that truss, and then you'd have to run a long cable from that truss to the next truss, and then DMX it across, and then do the same, which just makes life so much harder.
Right.
But now we use these. We've got, a few of these. That definitely helps. Also, it's very important setting up to make sure that when you run your cables, you obviously run your cables neatly, because if you don't, when the truss goes up in the ceiling and cables are a bit messy, it will show. So we always try and make sure that we run our cables neatly.
Amazing. Thank you.
Taping down cables as well, you know, simple stuff. I'll show you. Simple stuff like this. Just putting some LX tape on here once you've laid down your cable on the truss. Even here, again, you know, simple stuff like that. That's stuff that we never used to do, but that's stuff that, you know, improves the job. If you've got good sound but without good lighting and ambience, it really doesn't add to the experience. But I think the lighting is what really, you know, it's more like the icing on the actual cake. We're starting to make a little bit of progress now. When we put this front truss in, because all our lights are running through SACN, which is a network protocol, and obviously in the building they've got lines running in anyway. But when we put the front truss in, whatever we tried, the lights were just not working, and we couldn't figure out what was happening. So we spent a lot of time trying to diagnose whether it was a fixture, whether it was a console, whether it was, you know, whether it was the network in the building.
But it's interesting because it's not going metal.
Yeah. Address 18, 17 channel parts. It's registering that to their message.
Yeah, that's the There's something weird going on because it's not doing it now.
No, it's not. Yeah.
Okay, if I do the universe test again.
So we've ended up swapping over a different node, and then that seemed to work. So now we're making a bit of progress. We're going to DMX all the trusses, all the lights, sorry, on the front truss. As you can see, the guys are already DMXing the middle truss, and we've got a few guys as well starting to put lights on the back truss, because now we've got access to the back truss, which is amazing. Thank you, Colin. But yeah, so now we've got guys putting lights on the back truss, which we couldn't get the back truss down until the screen was in, which you can see now the screen's in. Well, half of the screen's in anyway at the minute. So yeah, we're making progress. So whilst the guys are doing that, I'm slowly starting to put together all the sound stuff, start running all the wires, etc. Have a look in here. So we're running a total of 12, 6, 10. Running a total of 22 wireless mics today.
Right. Okay.
So in this box we've got first 8. So we've got the first 8 mics here wrapped in, and we've got all the handhelds in here. Got antenna paddles, so very important. Handhelds. BNC cables for the antenna paddles. So that's the first 8. Gonna bring the rest of them, and then yeah, we'll build it as we go. We couldn't deploy some chip mics because we would have had a nightmare with frequencies and all that stuff. So, you know, we've deployed some Sennheisers, EDB300s, and we've got a few EWDs as well on the job, which I think will make life easy when it comes to frequency coordination. I think at the moment, if I'm going to be honest, at the moment we are still chasing our tail a little bit, but at the moment we're just still trying to rig stuff in and make sure, you know, it's all correlating and working the way it should. But you know, I would say at the moment I'm 60% confident, but as the day progresses, you know, my confidence will go up and up and up. You know, if you look on Amazon, you can get a wireless mic for £25, but also a Shure wireless mic costs £1,000. You know, and they both do the same thing,
But one has to ask themselves, why is one costing £25 and why is one costing £1,000? It's all down to reliability. You know, it's all down to reliability. Shows like these, there's a lot at stake. You can't afford for anything to go wrong. So you put a £25 mic on a gig like this, you're almost certain something's going to go wrong. It's not going to work properly. It's not going to work how it's supposed to. Whereas, you know, if you invest in a £1,000 mic, you put that on there, you've got peace of mind and you know it's going to work the way it's supposed to work. We've gone all out, man. We've gone all out. We don't skimp anyway. It doesn't matter what job it is, whether it's a big job, whether it's a small job. You know, all our kit is all branded. All our kit is all tested all the time. We deploy industry standard equipment. So you've got companies that will charge you £1,000 to do a production, but I can almost guarantee you those companies, they don't use reliable gear, or they don't use gear that, you know, that is trusted. Whereas we stock up on Shaw, we stock up on Sennheiser, you know, we stock up on Digicors, we stock up on Chauvet's, we stock up on all the industry standard names, and that's the stuff that we use for our jobs.
We put integrity over process. Our motto at Pinnacle. If we say we're getting there at 8 a.m., we get there at 8 a.m. If we say we're providing 10 lighting fixtures, 10 lighting fixtures is what we provide. If we say we're providing, you know, 15 wireless mics, 15 wireless mics is what we provide. We will go out of our way. We would sooner walk away with no money, but make sure we have fulfilled what we said we're going to do for the client. So when a customer books Pinnacle, what they're paying for beyond the equipment is the integrity and the execution.
Yeah, the minute we're sort of rounding off production, we're not yet quite there. We neglected audio for quite a while because we're trying to figure out what's happening with the lights. But all the lights are in now. All the lights, we're sort of 80% in with all the lights. As you can see, front truss is in, center truss, all DMX, all working as well. So now, if you see over there, all the lads, there's some lads over there working on sound. I'm also working on sound. We're not trying to sort of, you know, get down to the last stages of sound. We are really, really pressed for time. It's 3:45 now, and we are so pressed for time. So now we just need to work as fast as we can to make sure by the time we leave this venue, everything is in. But as it stands, we are really, really pressed for time. Trying to power up the system and see whether we are successful. We're not yet testing. We're not yet quite at testing stage, but we're getting there slowly. We're getting there bit by bit. We're getting there. So guys, we're at the end of the day. We're due to leave the venue in a few minutes. It's been a very, very challenging day today, in all fairness. But we've managed to cover a lot of ground. We've managed to do a lot of stuff. We're still behind. We're not yet finished, but the beauty about it is we still have a little bit of time tomorrow morning to wrap up. So all the lights are in the trusses. They're all working as they're supposed to. We started on audio. We patched up the drums, patched up the bass, patched the guitar, patched all the keyboards, and I've managed to run all my Cat5s to the mix position. I've managed to run all the Cat5s to stage boxes. So tomorrow action plan would be to patch up all the mics and monitors, and then hopefully do a line check. So we're in a good position, we're in a good place. Not what I would have wanted by the end of the day. I would have wanted to have done a line check by day's end. But we've had so many challenges with lights, you know, not working, not corresponding to what they were supposed to, and we've had to spend a lot of time rectifying that, which meant we then neglected all the audio stuff. Again, these are some of the challenges when you're a small company and you don't have a massive crew to, you know, to split around. But you know, at Pinnacle, we always make it work. So get ready tomorrow. We're switching things up a little bit. It's no longer set up, but we're doing dry rehearsal, we're doing dry runs, we're doing sound check, and ready to press go and turn the lights on and yeah, get it going. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, so I came in this morning, I came in at 6:30 in the morning before everybody else, and I started working on all the beats that were behind. So now we're just about to start sound check, and yeah, we're ready. We're hoping we don't have any difficulties. I mean, we're going to keep an eye out on RF. Like I said, we're running a lot of wireless mics and IEMs and all that stuff. So we're just going to keep an eye on RF and just make sure it's well coordinated. We're not going to have any interferences. Today we've done, we've pretty much got all the lights. We've got the ground package lighting done, which we didn't manage to do yesterday. We did all the audio, all the monitors, the rest of the mics and everything. All the audio stuff is everything pretty much that needed to be done today is all been done now. Yeah, I think we're just about to start sound check. And then from sound check, a lot of stuff will develop. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, at the moment I'm just doing my presets so that when we start sound check, it's a little bit quicker. So I'm just, doing preliminaries. For example, like I know with my vocal mics, I'm just rolling off some of the low end, obviously before the vocals come, loading in all my master bus effects.
Can you hit it the way you're actually going to be hitting it when we're all jamming? Whenever you're ready, I'm ready.
Though the night may seem red, joy is coming, 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 Lord. This monitor's clearer than that one. All praise to King Jesus. I know joy is coming. We will not be shaken. We will not be moved. For the Lord is the sun.
Yeah, so setup today, we're done. I mean, it's, I don't know, 3:30, 3:45, I believe, near 4 o'clock. Service is starting at 5:30. Everyone's going to change. We've done our sound check, we've done our light check, we've done everything. It's been a pretty stressful couple of days, but we got there in the end. On reflection, I think better preparation could have put us in a better position. However, anyway, we managed to do it anyway in the end. As you can see, all the lights are in, sound's in, the band, the team are happy. Everyone's happy. RF is working fine. We're not really having any dropouts, so that's a big plus. All right, so yeah, let's get this show on the road, guys. This was fun. See you next time.
That's the smile I was waiting for.